Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé latest news. There are days in life that pass by undetectable, calm, mild, unremarkable. And then there are the days with half-hour split. The days split before from after. The ones who without authorization transform everything. One such day started for Kim Menzies like any other. Coffee making, morning light streaming through her blinds, a few emails from Jamal about dinner arrangements, and a joke they had both laughed at the evening before. Underneath the surface, though, something unseen had already grown root. It began as a cold, hardly discernible. The type of limb pain that causes you to rub your shoulders and attribute blame to the weather. That day she went more slowly. Her hunger waned. A minute pressure developed behind her eyes. She persisted anyhow. A woman who is mother. A combatant. A woman who has gone through enough to know how to keep on through pain. By nighttime, though, discomfort evolved into fever. Her forehead blushed. Her vision became fuzzy. She stood and the room slanted. Her heart started to pick speed. Kim fell silently onto her bed as her body shook in waves of heat and cold. The television still humming in the background, unconscious that this breath would signal the start of a battle that would bring her face to face with fragility. Something inside him twisted when she didn't answer Jamal's third call that evening. It was instinct, a basic draw kids experience when anything seems wrong with the person who brought them into the world. He tested once again. Mail. Once again. Nothing. He paid a neighbor a call. Order her to knock on the door. 911 was contacted when the response proved lacking. Kim Menzies was also being carried into an ambulance before the stars could cross the heavens. Her skin was pale and fever-ridden, her voice down to whispers. One virus had seized hold. Proactive. Fortunate. Complicated with a bacterial illness raging over her body like wildfire. Stress and weariness had undermined her immunological response. Her body, always her friend, started to fail her. In the sterile realm of emergency treatment, everything turns into statistics. Pressure of blood, the saturation of oxygen, heart pace, white cell count. Beneath every figure, though, is a narrative. And this narrative belonged to Kim, a woman who had once strolled boldly over the turmoil of love and heartbreak on world television screens. She fell still now. She stayed linked to this world, a hospital gown hanging on, the cadence of equipment measuring every second she remained. Jamal came to the hospital, heart full of fear and eyes ablaze with fire. The look was familiar to the nurses. Youngsters arriving not as guests, but as lifelines. He insisted on her room. She was resting, but they said she was steady. Still, time fell around him as soon he passed the threshold into her room. She found herself there. Mother of him. His guardian. His person. Cut down to tubes and silence. She lost the glitter in her eyes. Her skin seems to be a faint echo of its normal bronze sheen. Once used to wipe away his youthful tears, the hand fell lifeless by her side. At first he didn't say anything. He wasn't able. His throat tightened over words he knew not how to put together. Given that the strongest person you know seems so fragile, how do you approach them? He dropped down next to her, held his hand, and still something changed. Not in her, rather in him. The terror and the fear changed to something else. Deal. Crisis sharpened love into silent action. Jamal Menzies never ventured from her side from that point on. He wrapped borrowed blankets over himself and slept in hospital chairs. When her strength allowed her to sip, he held her water. He worked her back through shakes. Her hands swelled from the fore, and he massaged them. He attended every nurse check, changed medications, and recorded temperatures. Not because he was advised to, but rather since there was nowhere else he could be. He rediscovered a language they had always known, the language of presence in those long, sluggish days. Of silent strength. Of great dedication. She woke at times startled, bewildered, terrified. Her voice would shudder. "Where am I?" And he would slink near and say, "You're secure, Mama. Right now I am right here." She would close her eyes, trusting him enough to let go, not because she felt at ease. The doctors moved gently through it all as well. Her vitals started to steady even though the infection was serious. The worst was now behind us. The climb back, the healing would take time though. Time and endurance. And affection. Jamal started once more to make her room cozy. He carried perfumed lotions she loved. Played her old faves, Erykah Badu, Maxwell, Sod. The kind of music enveloping the soul. He gently untangled her hair by combing it, go through her passages from her preferred works, told her stories from his early years she had neglected. Every moment turned into a brick towards life's bridge. Then gradually she came back to him. The day her fever at last dropped was not dramatic. There was not a procession, just a change of her breathing. Her eyes seemed a little more clear. A small bit extra hand grip. She turned her head then, like the light following a protracted storm, and said, "Hey darling, I am good." Jamal let out a tear, not among sobs, but with the sort of tears derived from grace and weariness. She still lingered here. He hadn't missed her. And between them, something fresh emerged at that very instant. A link stronger than previously. A link formed in flames rather than in blood. The next several weeks were slow. Physical treatment, dietary programs, appointments. But Kim, always a warrior, embraced healing with the same tenacious determination she had applied to love. And Jamal, her guardian angel today, accompanied her every step of the way. Setbacks exist. Days in which her body hurt. Evenings in which she found herself unable to sleep. She yet persisted nevertheless. For that is what fighters do. This encounter altered her. It removed the noise of the world. It helped her to define what counts. Not condition. Not windows. But airflow. Time is. Families. Communication. And it changed Jamal as well. He had always loved his mother. But right now he respected her. Not in line with her perfection. But since she had survived. Because she has experienced life. When she eventually made it home to her own bed, candles, beloved blanket, she sat with her son at the kitchen table, both of them with coffee cups, both of them beaming with subdued thanks. And in that silence came a message neither of them needed to shout out. We made it. Kim Menzies had wandered the valley. She was standing on the other side right now. Not exactly unchangeable, but rather rejuvenated. She is a survivor. A woman, a mother. A miracle. She is continuing composing her narrative as well. This gossip is over. If you like the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.